Dun 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 dun. Wow, very exciting. Very exciting opening song there. Shit. Fantasy football. I ain't right back though. We're 2-9. We're in 9th place. We just got creamed again, and I am fairly certain that we are mathematically ineligible for making the playoffs. Playoffs are week 16 and 17, which means we play through week 15. We've already played 11 games. 15 minus 11 is 4, so we have 4 more games to play. So the best we can go is 4-0, and that's going to put us at 6-9. And there are already 4 teams that have more than 6 wins. So 4 teams make the playoffs. We're already out. So unfortunately, that team is kaput. So we've erased them off of the sheet over here because we don't need to pay attention to them anymore. I mean, I guess I'm going to, I'll make sure I'm fielding like a starting lineup. I'm not gonna like make it easy on my opponents and whatever. Whatever. Sanders, Jones, Mixon. Get Metcalf back in there. Tua or Garoppolo. Garoppolo had a pretty good game. I probably should start Tua though. And yeah, whatever. We're done with this team, yo. We'll make sure we start a lineup every week. But other than that, we're not spending any time. Alright, next team. This is the $250 league, so of course we're in first place. The $500 leagues are where we're having problems. It's okay. So let's take a look here. We're 8-3, and we have the number 1 waiver. And we might spend it this week. There's no more trading. There's not much else to really look at. That's why this stream probably isn't going to take very much time. There's a $55 buy-in tournament on Global in 20 minutes for buying into. Maybe I'll stream that no delay or something. Okay, so this team's got Hurts into a Cooper, Hill, Metcalf, Scantling. So we could drop Scantling, right? Scantling is expendable. Running backs: Chubb, Eckler, Sanders, Willister, Edwards. Tight end says Knox. No, we've got Hill. Who actually has a bye week, week 14. It's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, these 11 bye weeks just happened, so we can get rid of this. Maybe I should just make his name Tyreek since we got a fucking Taysom Hill share. Tyreek. All right, so we know we're dropping Scantling. Everyone else, I'm pretty sure we got to keep on this team. Raheem Mostert might be like the backup now to Jeff Wilson, but I don't know that we can really drop him. He's still getting looks. He had 17 fantasy points against Cleveland last time out. Dallas defense against Giants seems okay to me. Brent Maher against the Giants Thursday. It's hard to know who to start, you know. I'm starting 3 receivers here, Cooper, Hill, and Metcalf, but we might prefer to start Jamal Williams. He's playing Buffalo's defense on a short week. I don't know, man. They love to use Jamal Williams short yardage, and the Lions have won 3 games in a row. Lions are at home Thursday night. I mean, he might do good. The Bills have been giving up rushing the last few weeks, right? So maybe we want to start Jamal Williams. Do I want to start Amari Cooper against Tampa Bay's defense coming off a bye? I don't know about that. Maybe we want to bench Amari Cooper, but he just had fucking 113 yards and 2 TDs at Buffalo. At Buffalo's defense. So why are we worried about Tampa Bay's defense if he just did that against Buffalo's defense? Houston's defense has been playing okay too. He's got them next. I don't know. I don't know who to start here. I know that I'm starting Chubb against Tampa Bay, and I'm starting Eckler. And I know I'm starting Tyreek Hill, but in terms of which receiver, or do we throw a running back in the flex, I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to stick with this because I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to see Jamal Williams have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Bills. Mari Cooper just had 113 and 2 against the Bills, and he's playing Tampa Bay. I kind of want to just keep Cooper in there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. I think Metcalf is for sure getting started. Like, I know Cooper's rated higher or whatever, but they're coming off a bye week. He's had 25 targets in the last 3 games. I mean, I feel pretty good about playing Metcalf. All the defenses are playing are like middle of the pack. Okay, Tampa Bay is really good against the run this year. But we can't bench Chubb. We can't bench Chubb, man. Tampa Bay's been good against the run. Also, we have Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. So do we want to start Tua Tagovailoa over Jalen Hurts? I mean, shit, 29 points, 24 points, 23 points. They're playing the Texans. Jalen Hurts, though, 28 points, 20 points, 22 points, 24 points. I think it's kind of a coin flip. I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts has that rushing floor, which is nice, but we got Tua throwing to Tyreek Hill, so if we expect Tyreek Hill to have a big game, couldn't we just root for Tua to have a big game too, throw them both in there? I don't know, man. I think it's kind of a tough decision. It says that Houston has been really good against quarterbacks. Green Bay has been pretty good against quarterbacks too. Houston's been really good against wide receivers. I mean, I got to think that's going to change this week. Look at this. Not very good matchups, right? Starting here. Houston gives up a lot to running backs. Miami could come out there and run the ball a lot with Wilson and Mostert. Maybe we do want to start Hill and start Hurts because maybe Tua won't have a huge day, but Tyreek Hill will still break off a couple big catches kind of thing. Our tight end situation isn't great here. I mean, we've got Darren Waller, who was the guy we drafted, who's been hurt like the entire freaking year. I mean, look at this shit. He's been out since week 4. He's supposed to be our guy. So we've been rolling with Taysom Hill, who's gets 0 points some weeks and 34 points other weeks. He's the most inconsistent player possible. Saints coaches realized they were underutilizing Taysom Hill's skill set before week 11. Well, yeah. Every game that they gave him the fucking ball, they won. They won this game. They won this game. They lost this game by 1 score. They lost this game by a field goal. The weeks where he actually got the ball. They won 24-0 here when he's put up 8 fantasy points, and they won last week when he had 7 fantasy points. Every week where he doesn't get the ball, they lost. So yeah, their coaches are dumb. They should give him the ball more. But whatever. So we're thinking, you know, tight end is. We wish that we had a stud tight end. It's too late. We're not going to be able to find one probably this late in the season. But, all right, let's look at who's available. Carr. Okay, Garoppolo. Garoppolo had just had a big week too. People might be wanting to roster Garoppolo now. Lawrence, Goff, Stafford, Mariota. Okay. Let's go to the wide receivers. Okay, Curtis Samuel is available, and he's pretty good at football. But we have better receivers than him. Claypool, Duvernay, Palmer. Oh, Claypool's bye week is 14. I didn't realize that. That's right. He switched teams to the Bears. What's going on here? Palmer, Gallup, Peoples-Jones, Campbell, Woods, McKenzie. Campbell, Woods, McKenzie. Okay. Running backs. Nyheim Hines, Edmonds. And then it's already down to Akers. 14 rushes for Akers. McKinnon, Warren, Hubbard. I guess it's really just like Akers and Hubbard to keep an eye on. I don't think Hubbard's going to do anything, though. Yeah, James Cook, didn't he do okay? 11 rushes for James Cook. Let's look at week 12 projected, see what they're saying here. Chuba Hubbard, yeah. McKinnon, yeah, I guess so. Oh, P. Ryan. Is Mixon hurt? Hubbard, Cook, McKinnon, P. Ryan. Yo, what's up, Bobby? Peoples-Jones, great pickup with Watson coming back. Yeah, maybe for some. We already have pretty good wide receivers, man, so I don't think I'm interested. I got Tyreek Hill, Metcalf, and Amari Cooper on this team, but he could be good for some people here late in the season, I suppose. Is Mixon hurt? I guess not. Concussion? Oh, yeah. He got concussed. Okay, so it depends on if he gets through this concussion protocol, I guess. Alright, let's look at the tight ends. So Knox is available. He just had 7 catches, 70 yards. It's kind of nice. Like, maybe we want him. Knox. Did Hurst do anything? It's frustrating. I don't think Hurst is a good guy to get because they lost Jamar Chase. You would think they'd start giving the ball more and stuff, and he still doesn't ever touch the damn ball. Might be interested in Dawson Knox. Tanyan. Oh, what about that guy? Yeah, Juwan Johnson has been scoring every week. Yeah, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. He's got fucking 5 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. So he could be somebody. Ingram. Gesicki. Henry. And then Juwan. So, yeah, I mean, I'm interested in, oh, whoops. What the hell did I do here? Gesicki, Henry, Juwan. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm interested in Knox and Juwan Johnson. Let's look at week 12 projected. Knox is at the top. Knox is at the top, bruh. Kickers, Gano, Gould, Gay, and Lutz. Myers should be in the discussion too, but he wasn't rostered this week because they were on a bye. That's why his percentage owned is so low. Defense. Tampa Bay's defense is out there. Rams, Kansas City, Tennessee, Green Bay, Indy. Let's just take a look at this week's projected points. Show my team as well. Sort it. Yeah, so Dallas is up there. We're just going to stick with Dallas. We're not going to mess around, although it could be nice to roster another defense because they got Philly in a playoff week here, week 16. Do we want to play Dallas defense against Philly? They only had 4 points last time they played Philly. Philly's good, yeah? So, like, we might want Tampa Bay for week 16. They play at Arizona. That could be good. Kansas City week 16 is home against Seattle. Miami's defense week 16 home against Green Bay. Oh, let's go to week 16 projected. Shit. Yeah, see, Dallas isn't doing as good. Tennessee home against Houston week 16. So that's what we want. We want Tennessee. At Houston, they only gave up 10 points. They're going to be at home. And they might be fighting for a playoff spot in real life. So Tennessee's defense is kind of nice. Looking ahead, right? Looking ahead a little bit. We have the number 1 waiver. So if there's somebody we want, we can just go snag them, and we don't need Scantling on this team. Scantling's expendable. So that's the deal. We can drop Scantling, and we can add whoever we want. But do we want to use a number 1 waiver on Dawson Knox or on Tampa Bay defense or Tennessee defense or something like that? I don't think so. Seems like kind of a fucking waste. Who's the at? Was this week 12? Week 12 waiver ads. I mean, I guess Pirine, if you don't want somebody to pick up a run. Like, who are we playing this week? Are we playing somebody who's going to want Samaje Pirine? He's got Pierce and he's got Harris. He's got A.J. Dillon, Elijah Mitchell. Shit, he might actually want Pirine. Who's this? Robinson? Wow. Shit. I mean, even still, though, am I really trying to use a number 1 waiver just to block a guy from using a running back for 1 week? That seems kind of ridiculous. He's going to start Mike Evans this week. He had Mike Evans on his bench because he's on a bye. He's going to start Mike Evans, and he's going to start Watson, and he's going to start Hopkins. And he's going to bench Robinson, and he's going to start Harrison Pierce. That's going to be his team. He just hasn't moved. Oh, he's got Jamar Chase, too, might be coming back. Yeah. So this guy's got 4 good receivers. He's hurting on running back. I'm not worried about blocking him. So, who are the big ads for this week? According to the article that I always read. I think it's this one. I don't know. Yeah, this is it. James Cook. Yeah, I took a look at him. Okay, Latavius Murray. Yeah, Latavius Murray is the number 1 ad. Then they're saying James Cook for running backs. And James Cook, Samaje Perine, Cam Akers. Yep. Joshua Kelly, Alexander Madison, Kyron Williams. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, wide receivers. They like Treylon Burks. Makes sense. Donovan Peoples-Jones, who Bobby just brought up. Darius Slayton. Paris Campbell. Zay Jones. Jarvis Landry. Tight ends that you can pick up. Greg Dulcich, if he's available. Evan Ingram. Others to consider. Juwan Johnson. Yeah. Quarterbacks, Sean Watson, Trevor Lawrence. Defenses, Kansas City, Minnesota, Miami. Yeah, so there's not much out there. We're looking at Latavius Murray, and we're looking at, the James Cooks and Samaje Perines and Cam Akers and Joshua Kellys of the world. I don't think you can really use a number 1 waiver on. I think we'd probably use our waiver on Latavius Murray. But he's not available in this league. So, I mean, I guess I feel like we should just hold on to it. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where we hold on to our number one waiver and we never fucking use it. And it's going to be a huge waste. And it's going to be like, oh, well, why didn't you use it? But let's go to this. Let's go to Flex. Remaining games projected. Filter. Let's see who's got the best. Curtis Samuel, and he hasn't had a bye week yet. So they think Curtis Samuel by far, right? Because he has a bye here. So out of all the flex players, which these projections aren't necessarily right, but the most valuable player available is Curtis Samuel, and it's not even close. Because he's got a bye week still, and they're still saying that he's going to outscore these guys. So they think he's going to score like a point a game or a point and a half a game more than everybody else available. This Curtis Samuel share here. Maybe we should try to grab him. Drop Scantling for Curtis Samuel. I don't know. He's got a bye week 14 though, but that's what I'm saying. They're going to use him and then what? He's going to be on our bench for 2 weeks and then, you know? I'm not scared of any of these fucking wide receivers. We should just try to pick up a running back that could possibly score so that we can block it, honestly. Or I was going to say we could handcuff somebody. We should get Eckler's guy, you know, like, oh, he's hurt. What the fuck? Whoever the other guy is. We could get that guy. Who are they saying for fucking the Chargers? I don't remember now. Chargers. Oh, is Joshua Kelly coming back? Is that why they're saying to grab him? He's on the IR now, but he's coming back soon. Yeah, I'm not worried about that shit either. So what do we do? I guess since the tight ends are the most precious and our tight end situation is not great since we only have Taysom Hill and he has a bye week 14, then we should get Knox. Oh, Juwan Johnson ain't no good because he's got a bye the same week as Taysom Hill does. They're on the same team. It's not good that they're on the same team either, right? We want Knox home against the Jets. This is what we should do. We should just grab Knox. So we're dropping Scantling for Knox. That's what we're doing. And we're not going to use our waiver. If we can't get Knox, then fuck. I mean, I guess I probably would grab Hayden Hurst. Even though I don't like him. Evan Ingram's out there. They're at Tennessee, though, that week. Ugh. We want to drop Scantling. We want to grab Knox for week 14. I'm not going to use my waiver. If we can't get him, then we'll get somebody else. I don't really even care. Our team is stacked. I like my team a lot. We're going to have to decide who to play in the flex. If we go 3 receiver, if we go running back, we're going to have to decide which quarterback to start. But I think we're going to go with Jalen Hurts. And we're trying to get better at tight end here. We're trying to pick up Knox. Yep. I think that's all she wrote. I don't think there's anything else to really look at here. This team's killing it. We're in first place, and we are also first place in points, which is just amazing. And we have the number 1 waiver. Our matchup this week. We're already a huge favorite, although, like I said, this guy's going to put Mike Evans into his starting lineup. Playing against some good players, I mean, it's definitely no gimme. Definitely no gimme. And we have not clinched a spot yet. I mean, there's still, 6-win team, 5-win team. It's still kind of close here. But yeah, I think that's enough looking at that team. I'm not going to frickin' spend my number 1 waiver when there's nobody good to spend it on. Alright, let's go to this team. Yay, Snickers. We won. Alright, so this team, we're 5-6, and we're still in 6th, and we have the number 2 waiver. We're freaking number 1 in points in this league, but we're in 6th place. But you know what? We're just 1 game back from 3 teams. And, let's just keep the winning streak going. Ooh, they just dropped Tennessee defense. We said we liked them week 16. Although this league, I have San Francisco defense. I don't have Dallas defense, so we might be okay. They don't have a... I mean, they play Miami week 13. It's kind of shit. Tampa Bay... I don't know. We're probably just going to stick with San Francisco defense, though, to be honest. They only gave up 16 points to the Chargers, 10 points to the Cardinals. I mean, shit. I think we're just going to stick with them. They gave up 42, though, to Kansas City. Kansas City didn't give a shit. So Miami could be that way. Tampa Bay could be that way. We got to be careful. Okay, this team, we got Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, and we have Deshaun Watson. We have Tyreek Hill again. We have Amar St. Brown. We have Darius Slayton. Running backs, we have Eckler, Chubb, Jacobs, and Rachaad White. Only got 4 running backs, but 4 pretty good ones. Plus we got Dobbins coming off IR soon for the Ravens. So looking pretty good there. We got Kittle at tight end, looking pretty good. We also have Taysom Hill, and we have Njoku. So we got 3 tight ends. We're blocking tight end. We got options at tight end. I like it. Our kicker is Maher again, which is fine. And we have San Francisco defense. So we got Jameson Williams in the IR, Dobbins in the IR. When is Dobbins coming back? A couple weeks? Yeah. He comes back next week, week 13. That could be good. Could be great. Once he comes off IR, we are going to have to drop somebody, obviously, for him. Which will probably be like a Darius Slayton type drop. I mean, I'm not so scared about a Giants wide receiver. Like, if somebody picked him up and played him against us, I wouldn't be so scared about it. I don't think I'd mind it. This looks to be the starting lineup for this week. Dak Prescott, Amar St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jacobs, Chubb, Kittle, Eckler. We're always going to go with these 3 running backs if they're healthy. Jacobs, Chubb, Eckler, they've been studs. It's always going to be 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and we're always going to go with Tyreek Hill. And it's going to be hard for anybody to take over Amar St. Brown's spot, too. The guy's a stud, man. Look at these targets. Holy shit. He was hurting there, but 12, 12, 9, 10, 9, 11, 8. What the fuck? They give him the ball every time. So yeah, this team looks pretty good, and on it, like we're thinking about, oh, who are we going to drop this week to make a move? Like, there's nobody we really want to drop at all. I mean, we could drop Njoku, but then somebody else could get a viable tight end for the rest of the season. We don't really want to do that. We could drop Deshaun Watson. See, that's what I was thinking. We could drop Slayton too, but he's obviously the number one in New York now. Last 4 weeks in a row, he's averaging like 12 fantasy points, 13 fantasy points. He's a startable guy. I mean, ugh. So yeah, if we're gonna drop anybody here, I guess it's gonna be Deshaun Watson or Slayton. Do we really need to hold on to Deshaun Watson when we have Dak Prescott and we have Kyler Murray? I mean, I feel like the answer is no. Do we want to block him from our opponents playing a Deshaun Watson against us in the playoffs? Yeah, I guess so, but they probably, like, the teams that make the playoffs are already going to have good quarterbacks anyways. Are they really going to start Deshaun Watson over Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? Like, fuck no, right? So, as sexy as picking up Deshaun Watson for the playoff run seems, I don't know. I think we can maybe just drop him. Why do we need him? For what? He's not going to start over our freaking Dak Prescott or our Kyler Murray. I mean, maybe he will. If Kyler Murray's got the lingering hamstring issue and then Dak's playing Philly in Week 16, are we going to want to play Deshaun Watson Week 16 home against New Orleans? Probably. But, like, I'm just confused by this Deshaun Watson thing. Like, he's obviously always been a very, very good player, right? But he's going to be coming onto a team that has a losing record. Like, is he really going to ball out? Is that what this guy's actually going to do? Is be like the old Deshaun Watson that we haven't seen for 2 years for a losing Cleveland Browns team late in a season where it doesn't even matter if they win or lose? Like, you wouldn't want to risk him getting hurt. You got to be a little worried about rostering players who are going to be on losing teams at the end of the thing. Okay, we got Jackson against Eights here in the $50 buy-in. Yeah, Jacks are good. So we doubled it up. Cool. Alright, so we took a look at the team. See if there's any messages or shenanigans out here. Tennessee defense got dropped. Okay, let's see who's out there. Did Rodgers have a good game? Yeah, he kind of did. He kind of did have a good game. We're all in the very next hand over here. I got ace jack suited. He's got fours. We're flipping. I hit the jack. Holy shit, we just won 2 all-ins in a row in the $55 buy-in lunchtime 9. We're a top 3. We're the 3rd biggest stack now out of nowhere. We just win 2 all-ins. Boom, boom. We're in there. Amazing. Wow. Okay, who's out here? Rodgers. Really weird spot against this guy who limped under the gun. Super weird. Rodgers, Wilson, Carr, Garoppolo, then Lawrence, Stafford, Mariota. And yeah, Watson's a great quarterback, but if somebody was desperate for a quarterback in like week 15 or week 16 or something, there's lots of quarterbacks they could probably grab. Like Marcus Mariota just had a 24-point week, 18 points. Aaron Rodgers, like, why do we need to roster Deshaun Watson so badly? I don't know, it seems kind of dumb. Like, we don't need him. We have two good quarterbacks. There's other good quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson isn't necessarily going to even be good when he comes back with a team that's a losing team anyway. Like, what's the point of him going crazy out there? For what? To not make the fucking playoffs? I don't know. I think we could just maybe drop him. Palmer, Gallup. Beckham is available still. Wow. Woods and McKenzie. So Beckham is available. He's not on a team yet, but he might go to the Cowboys, which wouldn't be the worst thing ever since we got Dak Prescott on this team. But are we going to start Odell Beckham coming off an injury for a team he hasn't been playing with over Tyreek Hill or St. Brown or these other guys? Fuck no. So it's like, once again, like, how sexy of a pick is it really? I'm not that interested. Okay, Mostert's available here. Which, I guess Wilson has taken over the lead role, but still, like, you know, he's an option. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man, this guy is no good. And he just sprained his ankle. Kenyon Drake is out there. Gordon's out there. I don't know what to say. I'm not excited about any of these players, but they could be viable options at running back later on in the season, so I guess we kind of want to know. Even Algier is like someone who's gotten a lot of work this year. Edmonds. And then we're talking like Akers again. Hubbard's out there again. Cook's out there. Oh, Murray's out there. Murray's the one we want. See, we kind of do want to spend our waiver on Murray now, don't we? We talked about this last night. We said on Murray or Mostert. McKinnon's out there. I have a feeling that whoever has the number one waiver is going to spend their number one waiver on Latavius Murray. We're not going to get him, but we should try. Gerald Everett is out there. He hasn't been doing anything in recent weeks, but he was a pretty good tight end there for a while. Dolchich is available. Tanyan, Ingram, Gesicki, Henry. Let's go back to running back. Let's go to, Yeah, so Mostert and fucking Murray should be rostered, man. So we're going to get one of these two guys. We're going to try to use our waiver on Murray. We don't get Murray, we're going to get Mostert. But we're going to have to drop somebody. I think we should drop Deshaun Watson. I think that's the answer. We don't need Deshaun Watson, and I don't really think that our opponents need him either, if they really thought about it. I don't think that they should care to have him either. Sanders. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Rams, Tennessee, Green Bay, Giants, Minnesota, Indianapolis. And that's it. So we have the number 2 waiver. That's the decision. Do we try to pick up Mostert or Latavius Murray? I think the answer should be yes. I don't want my opponent starting no freaking Mostert against me and beating me. I don't think we need Watson. It kind of sucks to have been rostering him all this time and then drop him 2 weeks before he's actually going to play, but we were covering our, we're covering our ass with a hurt Kyler Murray. We had Dak Prescott coming back from injury. I especially don't think we need to be rostering Watson when Aaron Rodgers is available, Garoppolo is available. He's got a lot of weapons. Like, he could have a big week on any given week. It's just, there's just so many quarterbacks out there. I think we're going to end up starting Dak the rest of the way. They've been looking pretty freaking good, and 3 20-point weeks in a row, and the schedule doesn't look so bad. They got to play Philly week 16. But overall, looks like we could just be riding Dak. So, okay, this Darius... See, we could drop Darius Slayton, though, and he's playing Dallas this week, and he plays Philly in 3 weeks. It would suck if we lost a playoff game because Darius Slayton was starting for somebody, but... Let's take a look at that. Wide receivers, week 12 projected, show my team. Where's Slayton? I mean, he's up there. Gallup projected a little more. Samuel definitely projected more. So they're saying Curtis Samuel's a better option than Darius Slayton, so why do we need to hold on to Darius Slayton? And there's still Treylon Burks out there, and there's McKenzie, and there's Duvernay, and Dotson's coming back for Washington. He's going to start getting the ball more, and that's going to hurt Samuel. I don't know. Do we need Slayton? Not really. Who would we rather roster, Slayton or Deshaun Watson? We need to figure this out. Go to remaining games. Yeah, I mean, Slayton's even ahead of Samuel here because Samuel's got the bye week. Slayton doesn't have a bye week, so he's actually ahead. Yeah, I mean, Slayton's a good guy to have. He's one of the better receivers to have, you know? He really is, but... What do we do? The guy who's got the #1 waiver only has 25 moves this year. Maybe he won't use his waiver. And he already has good running backs. He already has a Zeke, Barkley, and Henry. He might not care about Murray. We know we want to use our waiver on Murray and Mostert, and we know we're going to spend it. We know we're going to get one of these two players. The question is just, who do we drop? That's the question. Do we drop Deshaun Watson? Or do we drop Darius Slayton? I mean, there's no chance that Darius Slayton is ever going to start if these guys are healthy. Hill, St. Brown, Eckler, Chubb, Jacobs. He's not going to get ahead of those guys. He will never get ahead of those guys. So Slayton is purely like a block and a backup wide receiver. Watson is a block and a backup quarterback, but he could actually start if we have a good match. If he's playing the Eagles and Murray's got a hurt hamstring still, then we might actually play Watson. But what's funny is I think the likelihood of us playing Watson isn't so great. The likelihood of us playing Slayton isn't very great. Jesus Christ. I just went for a semi-bluff with a straight draw on the flop, and this guy's got a set of 9s, and now 9's full. He's supposed to go all in with 9's pre, but they don't know that. So when I go all in with the straight draw, I'm saying to myself that they don't have any sets, but of course he's got one. we flop the straight draw and the ace high into a set that is not supposed to be in villain's range because they're definitely supposed to go with that pre-flop. Button against cutoff, 20 bigs. He just flats pocket nines. So it fucks us because we have the straight draw and we go with it. I was like, oh, should I be worried about him having like a set or something? No. Could I push him off a pair? Yeah. Could he call with a flush draw and we have him beat with ace high and we just hold? Yeah. What if he had king 7 and went with it and we have ace 7? That would have been good too, but no, he's just got the set. We double up twice in a row and then run into a fucking set that's not supposed to be there with our straight draw and ace high. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Just can't go all the way, man. I guess we're still alive, 6 bigs, but we double up twice, go up to a top 3 stack. Can we just avoid running into a set for a second? Fucking shit, man. We're probably not going to play Slayton. We're probably not going to play Watson. But if we drop Slayton, I feel like there's a good chance that one of our opponents could pick him up and start him against us. If we drop Watson, I don't really think so. If we drop Watson, all these teams that are good already have quarterbacks. Like, we're the good teams. This guy's got Pat Mahomes. Yeah. He's not going to fucking care about Deshaun Watson. This guy's in second place. Who's his quarterback? Joe Burrow. Is he really going to start Deshaun Watson over Joe Burrow? I mean, maybe. Oh, look at this. And then we get sucked out on. Ace 9 loses to King Queen. Yeah. So there you go. $50 buy-in. We won 2 hands, and then we lost 2 hands, and we're out. Pretty amazing how that works. I wonder why we can't make it to the end of these small field global tournaments against people who are misplaying their hand every single time they play a hand. I wonder why we can't beat them. Like, what's the trick here? They aren't good at cards. I am good at cards. Every time I'm interested in a hand, we're going to get boned by a hand they're not even supposed to possess. They should be happy to get 9s in pre-flop. They made it so that they gave me all these extra chances to beat their 9s. For them to hate the board, for me to suck out. They sabotage themselves, but they hit a set. Mind-blowing. Like, this guy's got Jalen Hurts. He ain't never starting freaking Deshaun Watson over Jalen Hurts, but if we drop Darius Slayton, that might be good for him. He's going to have Darius Slayton instead of Robinson. He's got shitty wide receivers. Oh, he's got Juju, I guess, over here. Juju got hurt or something. I don't fucking know. His receivers don't look so great. If we drop Slayton, someone's going to pick him up and start him against us. If we drop Watson, I don't think anyone's going to care. This guy's quarterback's Josh Allen. He's not starting Watson over Josh Allen. But he might start Darius Slayton at some point. Look at all the receivers this guy has. Garrett Wilson, Paris Campbell, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Marquise Brown, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, Hardman, Chase, Tony, Diggs. This guy's crazy. Jacoby Myers. How many wide receivers do you need, man? This guy's team is kind of whack. Platinum guy, though. Maybe they know better than me. Looks like if we drop Slayton, someone's going to pick him up and start him. It looks like if we drop Watson, somebody might pick him up, but are they even going to start him over there anyway? I don't think so. Yeah, the guy with the set of 9s bet like half pot on the flop in a 3-way pot. Like, why did he bet so big with a set of 9s when he should have been trying to entice us? Like, everything about his hand said that he didn't have what he had, but he had it. It's just absolutely absurd, man. Yeah, don't entice the shorty to get it all in on the 9-high flop when you have a set of 9s. He should have checked the flop. Why didn't he check? What was he worried about? He was worried about my 7x getting there. He should have went all in pre, and he should have checked the flop, but instead he called pre, and then he bet big on the flop. And then I just was like, all right, I guess I've got full equity a lot here. I can win when he calls because he doesn't have a set, so I'm all in, and then he shows me a set. I'm not going to be able to get my brain to stop thinking at a high level, you know? Like, I can't, like, how dumb do I need to play to beat these dumb players? You'd think the smarts would beat the dumb, but I don't know that it does in poker. I'm fucking concerned about what to do here. We need to drop somebody. And I just don't know who. I don't think I should be that worried about Darius Slayton being some sort of world beater. But he is the number one receiver on the Giants roster. He's got to play Dallas defense, Washington defense twice, Philly defense. I mean, these defenses have been doing well. And then at Minnesota and then Indy, I mean, it's not great. Maybe I should just drop Slayton. Seems like a really tough decision. I don't think anybody wants to play Slayton on a short week against Dallas' defense this week. What about our opponent? Does he need a wide receiver? Nah, I don't think he'd go with Slayton. I think we're going to drop Slayton. I think we're just going to keep Deshaun Watson just to hog his ass. We could drop them both. Beckham is still out there. That's another wide receiver option at some point. I don't know, man. I think we're dropping Slayton. I think we decided to drop Slayton. I don't think Darius Slayton is going to be the death of us. Alright, creating some waiver claims here. So we're going to get one of these two running backs. We're going to lose our number 2 waiver. We're going to move to the back of the pack, but that's fine. We probably won't need to use our waiver the rest of the year anyway. The year's almost over. We're going to drop Darius Slayton. We're going to hold on to this Watson share. Shit, we might need to use him, especially week 16 when Dak's playing Philly. Kyler Murray's nursing a hamstring injury. I hate it when players get hamstring injuries. He's playing New England defense, Denver defense, Tampa Bay defense. I mean, not great. Hard to expect him to have a huge game. Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson will probably both have higher ceilings in those games than Murray will. So, we probably want to keep Watson. Let's look at week 13 defenses. Yeah, they're all kind of meh. I think that's it here. We're dropping Slayton for Murray or Mostert, and that's that. Our team is freaking stacked. This is the $500 league. We need to keep winning. We just need to keep winning over here. We'll be fine. We're number 1 in points. We just need the wins. We need to win. We're projected a shitload of points this week. Our team is so good. We have Eckler, Jacobs, and Chubb, and Tyreek Hill. I mean, come on. I'm 64% favorite again, just like the last league. This guy's got Tua, who I had on my other team. He's got Cooper, who I had on my other team. This guy's got Travis Kelce. I mean, this guy could put up a lot of points, too. All right, so that's it for that. And then this team here, 4 and 7, we're in 7th. I don't think that we're mathematically eliminated, but it's close. What do we got here? 4 and 7. We got 4 more games, so we could end up being 8 and 7. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of screwed, and we're not going to be able to come back, but I think we still have to try. This team's got Jalen Hurts, Tyler Boyd, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, who's been hurt all freaking year. That's been a big problem with this team. I just picked up Julio Jones, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Patterson, Zeke Elliott, and we got Pacheco, Kittle again on this team, and Njoku again as a backup. We got Folk at kicker, and we have San Francisco and Tampa Bay defense. Dobbins, Williams, and the IR. I don't want to play DJ Moore against Denver's defense. I'll go with Keenan Allen this week. I guess he's back. Tyler Boyd at Tennessee. We got Zeke here as an option on Thursday night. We also got Patterson, Cook, and Jones, though. It's kind of a tough call. I think we're going to keep Zeke on the bench. Definitely starting Kittle. I don't know. Do we want to switch kickers or not? They play Thursday in Minnesota. And then they play Buffalo. I don't know. We might want to switch kickers. I got waiver. I have waiver 7. Rodgers, Geno, Wilson, Carr, Lawrence, Stafford, Watson, Mariota. Deshaun Watson's available in this league, so I'm saying maybe like no one even really. Why would they want him really? Thielen, Cooks, Samuel, Claypool, DuVernay, Gallup, Woods, McKenzie. Running backs. Gordon, Henderson, Hines, Algier, Edmonds, Akers, Hubbard, Cook, P. Ryan. Oh, P. Ryan. Pitts. Knox is out there. Everett, Tanyan, Ingram, Gesicki, Henry. McPherson, Suckup, Lutz. Cincinnati, Washington, Kansas City, Tennessee, Green Bay, and Indy. I mean, this team sucks. I'm ready for this team to just be knocked out so we can pay attention to the other two teams. I don't think we're going to make it in this team, man. We're probably very close to being mathematically ineligible anyway. But we're going to try. We're always going to try. 50-50 it says in this one. I don't think we're going to make any moves. I mean, we could swap out Julio Jones for Thielen or Samuel. You know, we could swap out whatever. I don't think it really matters much. We could drop Tampa Bay defense, pick up another skilled player or something. We're always going to go with Jalen Hurts. Cordarrelle Patterson and Aaron Jones both have a bye week 14. So we'll be playing Cook and Pacheco and Elliott, I guess we could do, though. Yeah, so we're fine. I think this is probably the starting lineup for this week. I think I'm going to start Cordarrelle Patterson over Zeke. Zeke's short week. He's been banged up and stuff. We just go with Cordarrelle Patterson. I think that's kind of all she wrote for this fantasy football this week. We're down to 3 teams. 1 team has been eliminated. First place here looks good. We're going to try to drop Scantling for Knox. If we can't get Knox, we'll get somebody else. And we're thinking about grabbing Tennessee's defense for week 16 at some point. Over here, we're in 6th place, even though we're number 1 in points. So we're hoping to keep the wins going and we'll find ourselves in the playoffs. We just got to keep winning. Team's looking pretty good. We're going to drop Slayton for Murray or Mostert. We're going to use our waiver. We'd rather roster a viable running back and block running back from our opponent than roster a wide receiver. We have other good wide receivers. We don't really need Slayton. There's other comparable wide receivers out here to Slayton as well. Could be better to drop Deshaun Watson, though, instead of Slayton. Could be better, but I'm not going to worry about it. Giants are playing some tough defenses. Washington, Dallas, Philly. So Slayton shouldn't really have that high of a ceiling. And Watson could be playable for us. And this last team, I mean, there's nothing to really do. I mean, we could switch our kicker if we want to. We could drop one of our receivers, pick up another receiver in here, Thielen, Cooks, or Samuel or somebody. It's all kind of the same, feels like. These are the 2 main teams. We're projected 117 and 125 this week. Gotta love that. The only reason why we're not projected more in this 117 is because of our freaking tight end. We have Taysom Hill. And it's hard to predict what he's going to do. But I think they are going to start utilizing him more. Hill saw his most extensive playing time in a month in the team's Week 11 win against the Rams. He rotated snaps with Andy Dalton on the team's first drive and finished the game with 9 rushes for 52 yards. He also completed 1 of 3 passes for 14 yards against LA Saints head coach Dennis Allen. Against LA. Saints head coach Dennis Allen complimented offensive coordinator Pete Carmichael for getting Hill more involved and keeping the Rams' defense off balance. The plan going in was to get Taysom involved, Allen said. Hill has only seen fantasy viable usage when the Saints see plenty of neutral and positive game script. Against the 49ers in Week 12, the Saints aren't likely to play from ahead and have the luxury of deploying an expanded Taysom package. I think they're trying to say that they won't have the luxury. They're saying he's not going to do anything this week because they're going to be playing from behind against San Francisco the whole game. They're not going to be ahead or neutral. The Niners are going to have the lead, so they're not going to give him the ball much. That's what they're saying. Because they're not going to be wanting to run as much with him, this and that. They're going to want to just have to throw down the field with Dalton. So yeah, when we drop Scantling for Knox, when we drop Scantling for Knox, we might want to actually start Knox this week. This offense has been scoring a lot of points, though, and he has not been getting the ball a lot. So it doesn't seem great, you know. Does not seem great. What about one of these Tampa Bay tight ends? Cameron Brate, Cade Otton. They're out there. Should probably make a note of that. Could think about one of the Tampa Bay tight ends. Didn't think about that till now. Glad I thought of it. If we can't get Knox, you go with one of these Tampa Bay tight ends. They're starting to look a little bit better at football, the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think that's it for now, D-Gens. We might stream some poker later. I don't know. We'll see. The fantasy teams are looking okay. It's been a long year managing these teams. I hope to get some money back and then some. If we win these two leagues, it's going to be $3,750 coming back to us. We invested $1,700, so we would double our money on these four teams if we win these two leagues. Obviously, saying we're going to win these two leagues, there's a lot that's going to happen between now and then, but our teams look pretty fucking good. You're going to have to beat Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts. We got Eckler, Chubb, Jacobs, Tyreek Hill on both teams. We got good defenses. I mean, I feel like the favorite. In both of these leagues. I'm not going to lie. I know I'm in 6th here, but we're number 1 in points. And it's not even close. Like I'm 58 points ahead of this guy. So it's almost, more than 5 points a game ahead of the next highest team. I mean, we just need to keep our opponents from fucking having their best week of the year every time they play us. If we win this week, we're going to be 6-5, and then surely, they're playing each other. So one of these teams has to be, this matchup between Brooklyn and 5001, one of them is going to be 5-6 after this week. So if we win, we'll be 6-6. Or I'm sorry, one of them has to be 6-6. I mean, they're 6-5. One of them is going to have to be 6-6 after this week. And then we'll be 6-6 and we'll have them beaten points. So after we win. So we win, one of them loses, and we're going to jump them in the standings. We're going to be in the top 5 at the very least, and they're going to be down to the 6th. And then we just need to get past one more team. We have 4 weeks to pass 2 teams on these standings. We're 1 game back on 3 teams. If Rolos loses this week, that'd be great too, but he's playing the last place team. He's starting Jared Goff at quarterback. Yikes. Yikers. I mean, Byzantine Generals could definitely win. This is the important league, man. Gotta win this week. One of them's gonna lose. We pass them by, and then we just need to keep winning, man. We'll be in there. We'll be in the playoff hunt, and then anything can happen. All right, y'all. Cutting the stream. We might be back later tonight for some poker action.